You, look familiar, Missy. We haven't met before, have we? Oh, yeah, back in Santa Monica, right? Whew, I don't know what came over me back there, but now I got this sweet night shift position, and I'm happier than the time I met Supowitz. Well, enough about my lucky break. You, here to see one of the bigwigs, Missy?
Bigwig? No, I am here to see LaCroix.
Would that be Sebastian LaCroix of the LaCroix Foundation, or Dwayne LaCroix of Insurrection Baby Formula Company?
I have no suckling news.
Okay then. Mr. LaCroix, he told me to expect someone fitting your description sometime tonight. You go right on up.
Many thanks.
Yeah, you have a good power meeting, or whatever it is you types do up there. You need any security? Well, you just ring the front desk and ask for Officer Chunk. That's me, in case you were wondering.
What are you a chunk of? There is a bigger piece.
Yeah, I get that all the time. The name goes back to my football days. Actually, my fantasy football days at the station. Stationarium. That was this office supply outlet mall I used to watch. Hey, you kids! No skating in the parking lot! That was me.
I will stitch your name in my brain. Farewell.
There you are. I was informed of your presence in the building. Since you're here, I'll take the liberty of assuming you've destroyed the warehouse. This is correct, yes?
Boom.
Most excellent. I had no doubt you'd prove my decision a prudent one. I trust you encountered no impediments to your progress on account of my personnel.
Bloody Mercury, Two Faces, Diner Assassins, Wolf People.
Yes, I'm sure it was quite an experience. You've done well, circumstances being what they were. I will admit, not many in your position would have overcome such a trial. But don't misunderstand me. It was no fool's errand. You may yet prove to be a genuine asset. It's a bit disturbing, the lack of talent within this organization as of late. Tell me, what would you say to doing a bit of reconnaissance for me?
What shall I spy with my little eyes?
There have been whispers, rumors spreading around the kindred community concerning the Elizabeth Dane, the cargo ship that was towed into port recently. Have you heard of it?
You hear them too. I mean, continue.
The police are investigating the Dane as we speak. Even the Nosferatu have little information on what's been found. However, the reason the ship has caused such speculation is because it was transporting an object called the Ankaran sarcophagus. Now, I'm not one to predicate a decision based on conjecture, so what I need is fact. And more importantly, I need evidence that the occurrences on the Dane were not supernatural in nature, and in no way relate to this Ankaran sarcophagus.
Help me understand.
You have 3 objectives. 1. I want you to examine the sarcophagus for anything unusual. You may sense something peculiar about the sarcophagus. In fact, many kindred in the city have reported an uneasiness in the air since the Dane's arrival. Do not, under any circumstances, open the Ankaran sarcophagus. Secondly, the police have begun their investigation. Find out what they have concluded thus far. Thirdly, take the cargo manifest for the ship. I want to find out what else it was carrying. The last thing we want is police aware of our existence, so be careful what you do in front of them. And unlike the warehouse, you cannot wholesale slaughter a ship full of lawmen without consequences. Is this understood?
More than you know.
Good. Oh, and it has come to my attention that you had an encounter with Nines Rodriguez earlier. The man so does love to throw that cretinous charm of his brashly about. What exactly did Mr. Rodriguez say?
He wants me to find the last round in this field of massive rectangles.
I see. Then, you should go humor the by-the-numbers rhetoric he's so desperately aching to spew. Oh, please, before the chance of fascist oppressor from that dive of theirs clog the air and choke the local kine.
I am gone.
Give the Anarch community my regards.
Done is good.
Greetings, Neonate. Might I assume you received my invitation? I have been looking forward to meeting you for quite some time.
Blood magics and betrayal. And the true king upon his throne.
Ah, a child of Malkav, no less. Do dark visions cloud your sight, young one? Shattered reflections of your clan father's mind?
The glass is cracked, but strangely clear.
There is truth in your words, Neonate, more than you yet realize. Your madness allows you to glimpse the truth of this existence, to see through the shadowy veil into the world beyond.
On your head an iron crown, and the jester dances before you.
Be cautious when speaking of these visions. Truth is rarely welcomed by those who cannot see it. There are many kindred who will be less, shall we say, accepting of it than I am.
Tell me your name, Wizard King.
Strauss. Maximilian Strauss. I am the regent of this chantry. Welcome.
Chantry holds mystery for me.
A chantry is a local gathering place for those of the Tremere clan. I live here, as do apprentices from time to time.
Regent is opaque and shadowy.
A regent is the leader of a chantry, as well as a teacher to young Tremere apprentices who are studying the mysteries of our clan.
Reveal these mysteries, Wizard King.
I'm sorry, Neonate. The secrets of the Tremere clan are hidden from all but those who share our blood. You would do best not to look into them any further.
Tell me of this dark city of angels.
Let me give you some advice, young one. Your survival in kindred society will often depend on your ability to find out yourself what is going on around you. Remember that well.
Memory is rarely the gift of the schizophrenic.
As for what is going on here in downtown, the word on everyone's lips, kindred or kind, seems to be epidemic.
Ah, a wizard horse runs among us.
It seems that disease has been spreading at an alarming rate throughout the downtown population. Considering our particular appetites, the local kindred are more than concerned about these developments.
Dirty blood is our doom.
Yes, indeed. My opinion is that the local anarchs are responsible for these outbreaks. Their precipitous indulgence of certain passions often leads to such things. Ergo, their need for the watchful eye of the Camarilla.
Perhaps I might probe the problem of this pestilence.
An interesting proposition. If you succeed in finding the cause of this epidemic and putting an end to it, I will compensate you appropriately for your efforts.
I shall do this deed.
Very well. Again, I recommend speaking with the animals. You can find most of them at the local watering hole, reveling in the vices of their former lives. I believe the place is called The Last Round.
Uncloud this Camarilla.
The Camarilla. It is merely a kindred sect that exists to protect its members from the outside world. There are specific codes of behavior that we abide by in order to ensure the continuance of our species. It is nothing more and nothing less.
One thing more.
Of course.
May I mine your grey matter?
What is it you would like to know?
I have more questions about the Camarilla.
Surely. What else would you like to know?
Do all bloodsuckers belong to this brood?
No. There are many independent clans who are not aligned with the Camarilla. And the Sabbat is another sect of various vampire clans whose beliefs are very different than our own. Unsavory sorts, to say the least. I understand you have already run afoul of them.
Rodriguez, the Midnight Warrior, casts a lone shadow.
Ah, yes, the infamous Mr. Rodriguez. I understand you owe him your life twice now. Had he not intervened, the prince would have surely had that hound of his separate your head from your shoulders.
His pale hand was well appreciated.
In any case, it's a shame that Rodriguez cannot see the wisdom of the Camarilla. He would make a powerful ally. As it is, he is a significant thorn in the Croy's side, which serves my purposes just the same.
Do not the Wizard King and the Jester Prince share their purpose?
LaCroix is a prince, neonate, and a Ventrue on top of that. Even if he weren't as young and indiscriminate as he's already proven himself to be, But I say too much. Let us just say that he and I have differing ideas on the use of power.
Put your trust in this shattered psyche, Wizard King.
Well, without saying too much, I think that Sebastian LaCroix lacks the usual discretion necessary to be a prince. I see in him a lust for power that overshadows his responsibility to the Camarilla.
Ah, your iron crown begins to sparkle.
No, young one. I aspire not to such lowly heights. My only interests are those of my clan and the Camarilla.
An indicative order of your interests.
You will do well in this new life, young one. That I can see already.
My mind has left, my body follows.
Stop!
No, you stop.
Stop!
No, you stop.
Stop!
Stop it.
Stop!
You've made a powerful enemy today, Sign.
looky who made it back in one piece. How's Santa Monica, kiddo?
The lady was sad and beautiful.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a stroll on a beach. So did you score a lot of skee-ball tickets down on the pier there?
I whipped around the wooden boat, but procured no prize.
I can't imagine you did. Probably too busy getting pushed around by every vampire with the weakest seniority over you, am I right?
I've tried more terrible roads.
Well, if you're cool with that treatment, you'll make a great Camarilla. They love pussy.
Your words are as empty as my head.
I'm just saying, that's usually the way the story goes. Same old bullshit politics from when you were alive, huh? Don't it make you just want to rip somebody's spine out? What? You saying that's just me?
Nine swooped in, like death on demon's wings.
Yeah, not a moment too soon, huh? He said you guys let those Sabat go, too. Nines must be getting soft. How could you pass up that kind of fun?
Why does Nine keep saving this little fly?
Well, he was left sireless, too. I don't know, maybe that's it. Now he's got a thing for the little guy.
How did the Sabat find my shadow?
Someone must have put a word out. Now, here's an interesting little scenario. I'm just gonna run this by you, see what you think. What if the prince got the word out to the Sabat that you were the one to blow up their warehouse?
Is that the terrible truth?
Hey, this is a theory, man, but who else is gonna be watching you so closely, knowing where you're going and all that?
Would the jester done such a jig with the Sabat?
I'm not saying he's working with the Sabat. I know he ain't. But he sure as hell could have put the word out there on the street where the Sabat would pick up on it. Just chew on that.
The jester is a Machiavellian mystery.
It's how the Camarilla works, kiddo, trust me. I've been dealing with these slimy shits for a few centuries now.
Know you of the Elizabeth Dane, the ship of slaughter.
Why? Planning on visiting?
The prince sends me to its hellish food.
Oh, really?
That is my path.
The sarcophagus. Did LaCroix tell you about the Ankaran sarcophagus?
Only shadows of secrets.
Yeah, well, maybe I should fill you in on the details. That sarcophagus is bad news. Kindred around the globe have been going batshit since it was discovered.
Tell me more of this curious coffin.
The word is, there's an ancient asleep in there. One of the fathers, one of the vampires, that if you trace your lineage way back, there's a chance it'd end up with him at the root.
And 4 centuries he's been sewing locks.
Ancients don't just nap. They sleep whole ages away. And when they wake up, they're hungry.
Ah, and such a horrendous hunger he will have.
It's more than that, kiddo. Most kindred think it's one of the signs of the end, the apocalypse. Every religion has their own version of it. Kindred call it Gehenna. And the way they tell it, it starts when the ancients rise to devour their children.
Is this real or wives' tale?
No one knows for sure, really. That's just a word that's been handed down through the ages. The Camarilla denies these ancients exist.
I wonder if there is weight to these words.
Well, kiddo, I guess you're gonna be the one to find out. Hey, good luck. Try not to wake Grandpa Munster and kill the world, huh?
Why did the jester send me to Santa Monica?
Because he never thought you'd make it back. If Nines didn't stand up for you in the courtroom, you would have been toast right there, man. Everybody knows that.
Why would the jester hate this little fly?
It's bullshit Camarilla law. You gotta get it approved before you sire anyone. Vampire population control, fascist crap. LaCroix wanted to look like the strong leader upholding the law.
So, why has the spider not killed this little fly?
Public relations, man. Calculated risk. Ventura born in a boardroom. When Nines called him out, LaCroix realized it was time to show a carefully measured dose of Camarilla compassion.
Have you public relation propensities?
Yeah, man, it's called kicking ass and crushing the skulls of any asshole who steps on my toes. That seems to work. People dig it.
Why does the Jester fear the shadow of Nines? I thought he was the boss.
LaCroix is the boss of the Camarilla in L.A. That's it. LaCroix is the boss. That's rich.
Do you count yourself amongst the Camarilla?
The free living dead, kiddo. A lot of people like to use the label anarchs. Whatever the hell that means. Anarchs. Does got a nice kick to it, though, huh? Yeah.
I seek knowledge of these anarchs, children of entity.
That's us, so I'm told. What do you want to know?
How long have they raged against the machine?
Yeah, I could tell you about the history of the movement, about our struggle. What's any of that shit mean, anyway? Do we want to sit through history class here?
Power is in knowing the past.
I'm no scholar, kid, but I've been around. Seen more and done more than most vampires ever will. I don't know that our situation's ever gonna be easy, but some things you gotta decide are worth fighting for.
How to win such a Gordian game?
Fight harder than the other son of a bitch. Every time I yank a jawbone from a skull and ram it in an eye socket, I know I'm building a better future.
Does Nines share your grisly visions?
You bet, kid.
Is Nines the chief of the Anarch tribe?
As much as anyone is. Nines is a stand-up guy. Takes the politics a little too seriously, though. Came up during the Great Depression, so his brain is wired to that shit.
And the rest of the wolves that run with Nines?
Yeah, I'm not sure the story on most of it. That's good.
What blood runs in your veins?
Bruja. Most everyone here has Bruja blood.
May I mind your gray matter?
Moving right along.
Clue me in on the Camarilla.
Oh, my favorite topic.
Do you give no credit to these Camarilla codes?
Don't think the Camarilla has a monopoly on those ideals, okay, kid? No one is arguing over that shit, and if they tell you that's what this fight is all about, then they're really giving you the full fist. You hear me?
Truth wears many faces.
The Camarilla protects the people running the Camarilla. That's it, the end. The rest of them are bloody gristle for the machine.
Who is the head of this Hydra?
Doddering old dust farts. They might be powerful as all hell, but who knows? They're too afraid to stick their heads out of their hidey holes. And why should they? This whole huge system is built so they don't have to.
Does the Jester Prince wear a crown?
Not one of the bigs, but he ain't out risking his ass in the street, that's for sure. LaCroix has ambitions of joining that inner circle. Delivering Los Angeles in their pocket would look killer on a resume.
You think the Jester looks too long in the mirror?
To hell with LaCroix. I blasted better vampires' brains all over the wall. He's not the prince, he's a prince.
Have you dances with such Jesters before?
He's a typical Ventru asshole. Predictable, safe, no imagination. Man, the guy's a pussy. He just got lucky showing up in L.A. at the right time.
You think fate shines on the shallow and serendipitous?
I'm not saying he's stupid. He's just an asshole who needs his teeth kicked in, that's all.
What know you of the Jester's hound?
Oh, the sheriff, yeah. I love how everyone's talking about that big mystery. It's like someone embraced a doped-up gorilla.
Do you cure the Camarilla, or only the heads of the Hydra?
I'm not saying let's go torch the Malkavian living under the abandoned hotel because she happens to be a Camarilla. I'm saying let's change that shit from the top down.
How to know good from evil?
Camarilla membership is 95% victims, 5% evil bastards. But make sure and understand, any of those victims points a gun at me, they get drained and slaughtered like sheep.
Am I part of this prickly problem?
Hey man, you do what you gotta do to survive when you're young. There comes a time when that excuse don't fly no more. When you should know better and want to do something about it.
Anarchy rarely protects its practitioners.
Ah, beware the protection of wolves.
Okay, later, Jack.
Well, if it ain't the talk of the town, poster child for Camarilla benevolence. What does the prince have his little bitch doing today?
The jester plays his little games and sends his little pawn before him.
Jester? What? What the hell did you say? You're Malkavian, right? Oh, you're doubly screwed. Crazy as hell and the prince's bitch. Little pawn, you said? Yeah, you got that right. But you're not as crazy as you look.
Greetings, Helter Skelter.
Huh? Malkavians and their goddamn insight. That shit is creepy. Anyway, yeah, my name is Skelton. I do my part to keep California a free state for the anarchists.
Why do you yours the Camarilla?
But Camarilla just ain't necessary. Their rules is just common sense shit. The masquerade and all that. Sure, it makes sense. Like the Ten Commandments. You know the Ten Commandments, don't you?
12 plagues and the calling of the gilded calf.
Yeah, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. Sounds good, but you and me both know that shit don't always fly. What if some society like the Camarilla comes along and just up and kills you if you break one damn commandment?
I seek a path more structured.
Whatever, man. I choose not to submit. I signed away my rights once, and it landed my ass in a Southeast Asian jungle with nothing but an M60 and a shitload of questions. Now I'm dead and the real hell starts. I'll be dust before I roll over and take it again.
Tell me of Entropy's children.
The Anarchs? We are the only ticket to free living in the afterlife, my friend.
Does freedom come so hard to fiends such as we?
You've got to understand, Kindred. You're carrying a 6,000-year curse in your blood. No matter how powerful it makes you feel,
The red liquid casts a dark shadow on my soul.
that blood is a tangle of chains that's going to leave you bound in servitude the rest of your existence.
Your lingo is labyrinthine.
Your elders command the blood. They control the blood, and the blood listens. You'll never even hear their call, but the blood will, and it'll make you obey.
Legends and wives' tales and little more.
That shit stretches all the way back to Cain, man. Nothing you can do. Some ancient sleeping in a tomb half a world away has a bad dream, and you gon' feel that shit, like it or not.
Do you speak of the Dark Father?
Cain, man. Father of all vampires. Killed his brother Abel and was cursed by God to walk eternity feeding on the blood of his children. Some heavy shit, sister.
The son of Adam and Eve.
Keep your voice down. Is Cain real? I don't know. Not sure I want to know.
I would offer him a worldly apple. But where do you go with these words?
The point is, with this curse pulling your strings, you really want to sign away your right to fight by joining the Camarilla?
Do you also hide behind the masquerade's veil?
I don't need to bare my fangs to feel good about myself. The masquerade is a fruity Camarilla label. Other than that, I ain't got no problem with it. Live and let live. We got enough to worry about.
Hallelujah and holy rollers.
You know, speaking of the masquerade, I just thought of something you might be able to help us out with.
Tell me, tell me, tell me. Come on, tell me the answer.
There's this girl who's been making a lot of noise lately. Real pain in the ass. She's a ghoul of this one Toreador creep who disappeared.
What is the name of his ghoulish girl?
Her name's Pat. She hangs out in the clubs downtown. She used to show up around here and act like she was everybody's best friend. It was all fun and games until her vampire sugar daddy stopped calling. Now she can't get her blood fixed and shit ain't so fun no more.
Tell her that her sugar daddy has lost his sweetness.
Man, she's been told he was dead. She don't listen. Just asks again louder. Damn junkie. She's gonna make a scene and get us all some real heat.
What heat do you speak of?
Vampire hunters, man. You start doing stupid shit and breaking the masquerade and you'll see what I'm talking about. Trust me. Hunters are the kind of trouble you don't want.
About the pretty problem with Jewish Petty.
She's crossed the line. Only time that mouth ain't blabbing is when it's sucking vampire blood. She's gotta disappear. Do this, and we'll keep it our little secret, you hear?
I will take this mission for the masquerade.
All right, have fun. I'd love to do this one myself, but I know it's silent. Just let me know when it's done.
I shall peruse the streets for this little Petty. Farewell.
You showed up. Good. Here's what I gotta tell you. And so you know, I don't lecture, I don't rap, I'm no bureaucrat. I'm just a guy out of nowhere came to be involved in something 500 times bigger than you and me.
More?
You got a right to know the score. The Camarilla, this is the short of it. They operate a lot like a pyramid scheme. There's a bunch of these old-timers at the top with God only knows what plots in mind. They lose their power, they die. They sired more to carry out their plans, and looking for a little power, then those kindred sired for their own schemes, and so on and on and on. It hurts my head just thinking about the mess. What it works out to is this. Only a few people at the top have any real power.
Aren't we all just one big happy family named Camarilla?
Them's fighting words, newbie. But you're young and stupid, so I won't make an example out of you. See, the Camarilla claims all of us are members, even if we don't want to be, which is, of course, the biggest little horseshit a man ever heard.
Let me hear your truth.
I learned the way of this world during the Depression. A bunch of old rich bastards screwed the country. But did they suffer? No. The little people suffered. You can't trust the people at the top. The world would be a better place without them. All you can do is get a group of people together who aren't assholes. Find a place to put your feet up and make some examples of the quote-unquote elite to keep the rest the hell out. Everyone's an equal here. The same thing this country used to be about. That's what LA has been, an anarch-free state.
The Camarilla is a sapling here.
The Camarilla was kicked out on their ass a long time ago. We, the anarchs, didn't want to play their politics anymore. Now LaCroix and crew pop in like they never left? No goddamn way. Their laws don't apply to us.
Meet with them. Baloney all around.
I got their meeting right here.
You and the Prince don't golf on the weekends.
LaCroix represents everything I hate. The Camarilla, stuck-up aristocrats, rich businessmen, crooked politicians. The only place LaCroix belongs is in an urn.
Are you the Prince of Thieves and are these your merry men?
Don't use me and Prince in the same sentence, Malk. I fought to keep LA free since I was embraced. Long time later, I'm one of the only ones left that hasn't bidded or switched sides. The most veteran soldier on the battlefield.
My mind is still soft. Any shape I should set it in.
Here's what I tell all the new blood. 1, you get careless, that blood will make you into a monster. But you rampage around here, you get put down. 2, don't kill when you feed. No reason to. In this city, there's lots of ways to slake the beast without leaving a trail of dead. 3, the Camarilla's full of shit. 4, watch your back, always. And lastly, learn how to fight. Because a speech ain't gonna save your ass when you're staring down the barrel of a shotgun.
Teach me the razzmatazz.
After picking your ass up off the pavement back there, yeah, I can tell you don't even know the basics. Hold your hands up like this, and keep your body at an angle. Makes you harder to hit. Keep your thumbs out of your fists and put your weight into your punches.
Interesting words. I will save them.
You poor bastard. Listen, LA's the school of hard knocks, so keep your friends close and your enemies in a barbecue pit. Once you square things with LaCroix, don't give that son of a bitch the time of night. I got my eye on you, kid.
И их, слыши.
Sabat chased you in here, Cammy?
You are the damsel of distress, yes?
I'm damsel. Someone talking shit about me over in that ivory tower? Who said it, huh? I'll kick their ass.
Kicking them in the face would be more effective.
Lunatic. I'd give you a piece of my mind, seeing as how you're just another do-girl for the Camarilla. Shit. No amount of good sense penetrates that white noise you Malk's color brain, does it?
The Warlock Chief says you children spread disease.
That goddamn blood witch told you what? He thinks we're responsible for that plague bearer? If I hadn't promised Nines I'd keep my nose clean, I'd go over right now and rip him a new wizard shoot. Magic missile casting motherfucker!
Plague bearer. This word is unfamiliar to me.
A plague bearer's a fool that doesn't care who they feed from. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. We can't get sick, but the kind can. And kindred that feed on them start spreading disease. Enough gets sick, it's an epidemic. CDC's in town as we speak.
Can't you just shoo the dirty carrier pigeon away?
Seen Old Yeller? May sound cruel, but it's necessary. If someone puts together 2 and 2 as to the real cause of an outbreak of bloodborne diseases, guess what happens? So the plague bearers gotta be found and put down. If the Camarilla really gives a damn, they'll help us out.
When the children make a mess, it is up to the parent to clean it up.
Our mess? For all I know, this could be some Camarilla plot.
I did not want a solution so bad as to create a problem. Tell me more.
One of our boys' ghouls, name's Paul, lives nearby in the Skyline Apartments. Been a stranger lately. Looks like Death last time he was here. Said he didn't get bit, but maybe you can get more info out of him.
Does anyone in this city not drink our blood? This ghoul I will see.
Wait, if Paul's not talking, you might want to start questioning the homeless pot. So many have been dying lately that it takes the city a few days to pick up the bodies.
The broken brains of the city is forgotten. I shall play there.
Yeah, you go right on up and see Mr. LaCroix. Let's see what we got on good old camera 3. Oh, well, hello there. I've been thinking about you. Oh, yeah. I want to lick you all over.
Give the Anarch community my regards.
Done. Words of gold, sage advice. It made sense even amongst the noise.
Their zeal is admirable, but their ideas impractical for a society that must maintain secrecy and organization to stem its own genocide from coming about. I don't suppose they told you this is the only so-called free state that hasn't folded? No? Imagine that. Now that that's out of the way, I trust you're prepared to leave for the Dane.
I am always ready to be already gone.
Good. I'm counting on an encore exposition of the talent you showed earlier. Go. And remember, under no circumstances are you to open the Ankaran sarcophagus. We'll talk later. Good. There's a boat waiting for you on the beach in Santa Monica.
Yes?
Need a ride?
I ride this yellow horse towards my destiny.
It's a nice night out, huh?
Hey, what can I say? You preserved my ass. I truly appreciate you not saying anything, and I want you to know I take care of those who do me favors. So from now on, you need equipment, info, you come see me at my apartment. Don't hesitate.
What has said Great Mercury by the waters?
I just wanted to make sure you knew my appreciation. And like I said before, someone needs something, I can get it. This boat, for example.
How fleet your feet, Mercury?
I tell you, that blood you guys got's an amazing thing. Helped close up a few wounds. This back alley patch fixed up the rest. I needed that beating. Good reminder not to overestimate my ability. Last time it's gonna happen.
May the wings on your feet fly you to lighter skies. Farewell.
Yo, Pally, over here.
Psst. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Tell Jacobson if he plans on making editor-in-chief, he's got to start working with me. I can't keep getting him these scoops if he's going to send high school journalists who don't know enough to wear something that would blend in.
My ears cannot follow your tail.
Jeez. What kind of wood stain? Don't think to at least show dressed up like an investigator, a Coast Guard guy, something. I mean, didn't you ever see Fletch? What, are they just handing out those diplomas nowadays?
Our essence has need of haste.
All right, look. I got you a copy of the initial report, and I can get you into the cabin, but you gotta make yourself real scarce after that. Anybody catches you, I don't know you. And no goddamn flash photography, brainchild.
Where does my path fleet?
Hold up a sec. Hines to Marsh. Hines to Marsh. Marsh, they need you up in the bridge. Over. There. The security room will be clear.
Clarity is not my goblet of Earl Grey.
Head down the stairs behind you and stay low. When you get down there, wait for me to call off the guy guarding Gangway A. As soon as he leaves, get your ass moving, and don't let him see you. I'll give you a couple of minutes, but don't dilly-dally. In and out, okay?
Dilly and Dally are strange bedfellows.
Don't forget to stay out of sight. If anyone sees you, you're on your own. Take the stairs up to the security room. There'll be a computer in there. The password is Lighthouse. Lighthouse. All one word. You getting all this?
I shall sail toward this beautiful beacon.
Now get a move on. And don't forget to tell Jacobson I get double my usual fee for this one.
I think I remember.
Heinz to Jacobson, Anderson. Heinz to Anderson. Come in, Anderson. Come check this out. I just saw a baleen whale. Yeah?
Судоходство ИИП. НЗ Элизабет Дейн. Управление кораблем. Все переборки открыты. Палубные камеры видеонаблюдения включены. Отчеты о состоянии корабля. Вот оно. Корабельный журнал. 10 октября 2004 года. Море успокоилось, когда мы вышли из Стамбула. Профессор Йоханссон очень волновался о безопасности саркофага и других экспонатов, которые он раскопал, но я уверил его, что все будет хорошо. 14 октября 2004 года. Прошлым вечером море было бурным. Обстановка на корабле нормальная, но команда, кажется, беспокоится. Один из турков рассказывал им истории о привидениях. Я попросил лейтенанта Стиджиана отвезти его в сторону и поговорить с ним. – 15 октября 2004 года. Не о чем докладывать. Ситуация в норме. 17 октября 2004 года. Двое из команды пропали без вести, и я боюсь, что ночью они выпали за борт. Мы не нашли никаких следов. Лейтенант Стиджан пробовал связаться с их семьями, но, кажется, с радио стало что-то не так. Возможно, у нас на борту саботажник. Контейнер, в котором содержался саркофаг, похоже, был открыт. 19 октября 2004 года. Мы нашли кровь на верхних и нижних палубах, и, по всей видимости, пропали еще 3 из команды. Люди в истерике. Я видел, как один из турков в своей каюте свернулся калачиком и бормотал что-то неразборчивое. Лейтенант Стиджан один из пропавших, так же, как и наш связист. У одного из команды был коротковолновый передатчик, но все наши призывы о помощи остались без ответа. – 20 октября 2004 года. Я оставляю этот журнал тому, кто, быть может, его найдет. Этот корабль проклят. Возможно, он опустится на дно морское прежде, чем sempre BUUE. Декларация судового груза. Транспортировка из Анкары в Лос-Анджелес. Анкарский саркофаг. 3 ящика, керамика, таблички. 1 коробка, неопознанная. Полицейский отчет. Копия предварительного полицейского отчета по Элизабет Дейн, подписанная представителями таможни, береговой службы и Лос-Анджелесской полиции. Несмотря на очевидные признаки физического насилия, не найдено ни одного трупа, ни одного выжившего человека и никаких признаков серьезной кражи. Скарлетт Торкелсон, цирковая фокусница. Биография цирковой фокусницы 1930-х годов Скарлетт Торкелсон по прозвищу Сквозная, более известной в качестве ассистентки Дерганова, Сила Манфретти, знаменитого метателя ножей и эпилептика. Данная книга повысит вашу способность уклонения.
Don't touch me, all right? Good evening.
Hello, sweetheart.
Did you find room for two in your pale skin?
We're bridging valleys, but I still can't persuade her to wear eyeshadow, and you won't.
Good to hear. Goodbye.
You're in for it now. My flame shrouded in the moon is melting.
Hop in.
Get this big yellow bunny scuttling towards my destiny.
Hey, I know this might seem creepy and all, but please don't blow me off, okay? Someone told me I could find you here. I mean, I've been looking all over for you since that night. Because I just wanted to... I'm in your debt.
Cemetery
I want to help you.
congealing
I owe you my life, and
door.
I feel like I need to repay you. I almost forgot. I'm Heather. Heather Poe. I'm not weirding you out or anything, am I?
I do not see this over you anymore.
Only because of you. What you did for me. Here, I got you this. I thought you might be able to use it. It can be useful to you. I'd do anything. Just tell me you'll let me help you. Let me stay with you. Make me feel this way.
Your life was escaping, so I locked it back in its cage. I should have let it go.
What do you mean? You're like... The effect you had on me made me want to live. It's all because of you. You saved my life. Please, let me be of use to you. I'll do whatever. I don't care.
Run, you fool. Run.
But I've never felt this way about somebody before. I think when I'm around you, it's... I love you. Can't you please let me be a part of your life?
I have no life to share. Now go.
Evening, Missy. You back to see Mr. LaCroix again?
He is impatient for me.
Yeah, he told me to send you up as soon as you came in. Lots of people here to see Mr. LaCroix. Nice guy. He seems a little different, though. I wonder if he's... that's his business.
My thanks, Beefy Scarecrow.
I've said all I need to for now. I don't have time for a monologue. Give me the bullet points of what you saw.
The decks were washed with the blood of Simon.
And the Ankaran sarcophagus. What did you see?
Bloody hands crept out from within and made wonderful patterns all over.
Opened? Let's not jump to conclusions. Give me the manifest in your notes. I'll sort this mess later. You might have noticed when you came in the parade of malingering mollycoddles filing out.
Oh yes, I wondered about them all this time.
Those were the Primogen, this city's clan elders. A worrisome bunch devoted first and foremost to the security of their own skin. Which is why they were here. It seems Alistair Grout, the Malkavian Primogen, has either forgotten how to answer his phone, or is missing. Each minor problem like a grain of sand. Each night I inherit the desert. The Sabbats' appearance has put the Primogen on edge. Grout's mansion is in the Hollywood Hills. I need you to pry Grout out of whatever crack he's crawled into and have him contact us.
If it pleases you.
Yes. About Grout. As I said, Grout is the Malkavian Primogen. His behavior and home are eccentric, to say the least. He's developed a paranoid bent lately, so you may have to check under every bed in the place for him.
My body moves now.
When we hear from Grout, you may come back. Until then.
I'll be back.
Baby girl, I saw you coming from down the street and I started praying to the Lord to find it in his heart to send you to me, and hallelujah if he didn't come through for me. Welcome to Fat Larry's Trucker Mag. I am the proprietor and salesman of the month several years in a row. The ladies call me, oh God, but you can call me Fat Larry with a F-A-T, cause I know I got a weight problem, I just don't give a fuck.
Are you a merchant of the ill-gotten, illegal, and inferior?
Oh man, you been feeding on the rock, girl? Nah, baby, I don't sell none of that no more. You got some crazy eyes on you. Believe me, I don't have to see the freeze-dried ice cream to know a space cadet when I see one.
Fine. No feast of Ben Franklin's for the fat man tonight.
Now hold on a sec, baby girl. Fat Larry will take care of you. Let me tell you what I got. You like diamond rings? I got that. You got a neighbor with a baby? I got loud-ass stereos. You live downtown? I got firearms that make the NRA nervous.
You have guns for my cold, dead hands. Show me.
Say now, Wonder Girl, seeing the kind of commando gear you been stocking up on, you ain't just using that stuff for keeping the neighbors away from your shit, is you?
I like to cast my weapons like a long-lost lover.
Wow, that's your business, okay? I just figured somebody with a shopping list like yours might be up for a little action, all right?
Sell me your desire, Fatman.
Yo, I need a hardcore pimp killing Cleopatra Jones for a supersized skull. Straight up Foxy Pam Grier style. Still with me?
Do you hear the voices too? Did they describe me to you?
Yo, here's what's going down. I got a tip that the Chinatown Tone and some local boys are meet down at a nearby parking garage to carry out a business deal. Now, I can't tell you what they is exchanging, but let's just say a certain client of mine is ready to drop some Uncle Sam-sized bucks to acquire what's in briefcase number 1. You get it for me, I'ma not only give you a cut, but I'll roll out my special stock as well. Now, how that sound?
The Fatman gets a whole cake. I want a piece of it. A big piece.
Yo, baby, why you gotta shake me down like that? If I hadn't just got my foot out of cash, I'd do it myself, but yeah, it's got to be that way. Fine, you got a discount, but only after I get the briefcase.
I am your Rambo.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Now, if you're the straight-out hard-boiled Terminator type, I'd suggest you buy some heavy firepower before you roll up to the parking garage. You need anything?
My greatest weapon is knowledge and laser beam eyes. Be back soon.
Too quiet. I don't like this place at night. It seems haunted. Don't you feel like something's here? Like we're being watched? No. Hairs on the back of my neck are sticking up. I swear there's something here. It's like, what's the word? Nervous? No, it's forget it. Don't go telling Johnny I was nervous. I'm not nervous. Annoyed. Dick. Taking so long. So that's last time I went down, you got behind a car and history second. That was what? Oh yeah, right. You got shot and you didn't know nobody. That's called big gun better. Yeah, man. I don't know how I got stuck with you. right? They that way, away from the Crusade. They want to see the money, so we can't let them. Because you know what you think. Really? Is that why? He wants to smack it. And he can. He just takes out halfway when he wants to see the money. He put it down in front of the guy. So the boys got and grab his stick. Ready? It is. What is dedication for the new thing? Any second now, under a sinister move, I'm going to shoot him. Never know what hit him. Think they'll try something? Let's hope so.
baby girl.
I have your clam full of secrets.
Outstanding. Pass it here, girl. Yeah, that's beautiful. Everything looks in order. Somebody somewhere got to be pissed off by losing this. Too bad I sent my main girl here after him. All right. Let me peel off a few bills for you. I'll just drop this off to the new owner in the morning. Then I'm gonna get me a big old steak. Not that domestic stuff neither. I'm gonna order up 32 ounces of Kobe beef, the expensive shit. You wanna come? My treat.
I reserve my days for the dark dreams of troubled minds.
Yeah, all right then. You're a little pale for me anyway. Say, my girl down at Confession, named Venus Dare. She asking around for someone with skills to... Well, I'll let her tell you. I'll give her a call, recommend you if you're interested.
Yes, but first I must fill my shopping cart.
Man, what you do with all this stuff, I don't want to know. Just keep that cash flowing. Huh.
My greens will be yours.
Maggots love you. Trust me.
So what'd you find out?
A slaughter. The talisman opens and death lies within.
No kidding. Well, I guess there's gotta be something in there then, huh? The Camarilla's gonna be scraping for answers when this gets out.
Do you also see a shadow within?
It's in the air, all right. I've been around longer than most, kid, and I've felt the change in the past few decades. It's in the blood. We're racing towards something and picking up speed all the time.
None knows the truth of the talisman.
Oh, okay, so what you saw on the boat, what about that? Conjecture? Old wives' tale? Mass suicide? Think about it.
This web is weird and well-woven.
You've seen the evidence with your own eyes. You're caught up in all of this.
My eyes are blind to the road's end.
So, other than that, what else is new?
I still heed the Jester's command.
Where you headed now?
I seek them at Malkavi and Primogen.
So a Malk's gone AWOL. Well, if that caught LaCroix off guard, I don't know how he's dodged 100 years of sunrises.
I side not with the Jester, but I know not which path to take.
Buck up, kiddo. I told you, man. You do what you gotta do.
Fate has dealt me this hand.
You were born into this whole mess with an ounce of fame. That's usually gonna work against you.
I do not desire this destiny.
Every time LaCroix sees you, he thinks back to that courtroom where Nines made a fool out of him. A lot of Kindred do.
But what have I to do with his dastardly designs?
Well, I bet he's gonna hold you up one day as an example of what the Camarilla can do for the wayward and lowly. It's a bunch of crap, but hey, Good for you.
I am unsure which path to take.
Play the game, kiddo. Just keep your eyes open. Hear me? You can help everyone that way.
Yes, but I am no longer here.
Two minutes, newbie. All the time I've got to spare right now.
What is the sum of nines?
Came to California to get out of the Dust Bowl during the 30s. Been fighting this fight since the 40s when we kicked out the can. I was new to it all back then. Not a whole lot of people from those nights still around. And some of them are. They're just not anarchs anymore.
Why fight? Why not borrow and exist underground?
That's a stupid question. Freedom doesn't come cheap. At any time, you gotta be ready to defend it. A lot of blood's been shed for what we have.
Have all these years incubating here hatched any brilliant notions?
Alright, this might help you out. I use guns, but most vamps get up close and personal. In that case, thing to do is to let them come in for the attack first, and dodge it or take it in the gut. Then use your blade to deliver the death blow. Time's up. Come around in a few nights if you're still alive. Maybe I'll have time to kill, but I doubt it.
Going somewhere?
My body doesn't obey to me. Just take it.